Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick prediction video for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, the heavyweight champion of the world, versus Francis Ngannou, the hardest hitter. Well, they say he's had the hardest recorded over right hand in history. But he's obviously a former UFC world champion, probably the hardest hitter to ever grace the UFC. I mean, what a man. I mean, he beat Cain Velasquez. He's beat many big names. Many big names. I'm not a big UFC fan, so don't even test me on that. I just know Cain Velasquez beat Brock Lesnar. If you can beat Brock Lesnar, you're a bad man, yeah. And did he beat Brock Lesnar? I'm pretty sure he did. And Francis Ngannou beat Cain Velasquez. But Tyson Fury, as we know, very skilled boxer. He is very good. He beat Vladimir Klitschko. He beat Deontay Wilder 3 times, knocking him out twice. Well, drew with him while getting knocked out and recovering. Looked like a knockdown, but knocked out. Then TKO'd him, then knocked him out. And then he was ducking Usyk, ducking Anthony Joshua, fooling everyone of, I'm not ducking. I've given them the offer, but then being like, going on his Instagram story saying, Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk, this is your opportunity. I've got such and such amount of money for you. You've got 2 days to respond and sign the contract. If you don't, then it's never happening. That's just not how negotiations work. You can fool maybe a couple people, but you can't fool more than about 3. That's just bullshittery. And while he's fighting Derek Chisora for the 3rd time, just a 3rd punch bag beat up fight. Now he's fighting Francis Ngannou in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia saved for the big stage fights. Apparently not. Saudi Arabia will fund anything because Saudi Arabia, no, I was about to get myself in trouble there, and I said Saudi Arabia hosted Deji Floyd Mayweather, but that was Dubai, I think, wasn't it? I don't know. I'm bad at geography. That's not good either because I took that for GCSE. But now, because he's announced the fight will want versus Alexander Usyk in December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, it's now telling us that he thinks Francis Ngannou is a warm-up, and I hope not. It would be very hater of me to say I want Francis Ngannou to knock out Tyson Fury just because I don't like him. I'm not a hater. Okay, Tyson Fury is the heavyweight champion of the world. I just think he's a bit of a liar when it comes to negotiations, right? Because ever since Usyk came up from cruiserweight, light heavyweight, whatever division he was in, ever since Usyk put on the pounds to get into the heavyweight division, Usyk has been the greatest heavyweight. Because let's be honest, the reason Usyk beat Anthony Joshua was because Usyk outboxed Anthony Joshua, right? Usyk doesn't belong in the heavyweight division, but somehow he's put on the weight to get in the heavyweight division, therefore making him the smallest heavyweight in the division, which means he can move faster than any other heavyweight. Anthony Joshua won all his fights by being more athletic than the boxer, which allowed him to outbox and knock them out. Unfortunately, with Alexander Usyk, he found his first opponent to ever be quicker than him. His first opponent quicker than him was Alexander Usyk. And I believe this is the same problem that Tyson Fury will have. Tyson Fury can knock out Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's got skinny legs, barely any good boxing technique, barely any boxing ability, slim, tall, easy to kind of knock down. Well, not easy to knock down because, I mean, you can't really knock down Deontay Wilder fast, but Deontay Wilder won with his right hand most of the time. He won 95% of his fights by knockout with a strong right hand. I don't know how Tyson Fury is going to be able to cope with Alexander Usyk, especially when his last 2 fights, Dillian White, Derek Chisora, 2 of the slowest heavyweights you've seen, who don't have the greatest technical ability, maybe can knock people out. Well, can knock people out, obviously, but, with the rare shot. Tyson Fury had 2 punching bags in his last fight, right? He had an old beat-up Klitschko. Same for Joshua, really. Well, not old beat-up Klitschko, but, it wasn't Klitschko in his prime. So I think Usyk would just run circles around and outbox him. Don't get me wrong, Usyk's not knocking out Tyson Fury. Let's not be stupid here, okay? An Usyk knockout is what happened to Tony Bellew, whatever weight division I was in, but it wasn't heavyweight because Tony Bellew's not heavyweight, I don't think. I'm not good at divisions and weights and stuff, but I just know Usyk's quicker and he's just gonna outbox Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's gonna go for that knockout if he lands it, good, because that's what he'll probably have to do. Because notice Anthony Joshua thought he was gonna go on Usyk, the first Usyk fight, and it'd be easy, and it wasn't, and he got bad. And then in the second fight, you kind of saw a bit. He tried to knock him out a bit more, except he was still hesitant because he was scared because he lost. He had that Andrew Ruiz flashbacks. So yeah, I do think this is a warm-up fight for Usyk. But we're not here to talk about Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. We're here to talk about Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. Should be cakewalk for Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury should outbox him and just ping his head back because it's boxing. He can, there's multiple ways this fight can go. Tyson Fury can just do a Floyd Mayweather and just outbox him for 12 rounds, batter him. He can do what he did to Derek Chisora and just batter him until the referee's stop. He could knock him out within 3 rounds using boxing. What the highly unlikely, but the only chance Francis Ngannou has of winning, landing that right overhand, landing that powerful shot and just sparking out Tyson Fury. Now, they say Francis Ngannou has the heaviest punch ever recorded, and Deontay Wilder was the most powerful boxer ever recorded. Deontay Wilder put down Tyson Fury. Can Francis Ngannou do the same? Possibly, but Francis Ngannou's boxing skill will not be all there, and I think Tyson Fury will obviously be avoiding of it. Francis Ngannou called out Tyson Fury in the face-to-face because he said he asked for a bigger ring, and he called out Tyson Fury's technique, saying he thinks Tyson's going to try and just run away and keep away from Francis's power and just try and box his way, which would honestly be a smart thing for Tyson. What I'm hoping to see is, I'm not going to say I hope Francis Ngannou to win, because let's be honest, I've known Tyson Fury longer than I've known Francis Ngannou. I haven't really watched the Francis Ngannou fight, because like I said, I'm not a big UFC fan. But what I do want to see, because we're looking at the clips, looking at the weigh-ins, press conferences, these men are massive. And I wasn't interested in the fight because I was thought it was a bit of a disgraceful fight. Like, you have your YouTube boxing, which I'm a massive fan of YouTube boxing. Don't call me traditional boxing fan. I'm a huge fan of YouTube boxing. I do like traditional boxing, but it does get a bit boring. So that's why I do like YouTube boxing. But when it's the heavyweight champion of the world, the man who represents the kingdom, the division, the world that is traditional boxing, why is he fighting MMA fighter when he should be going in there? Because he's retired, right? Not really, because shut up, right? He took a couple of strikes. He should be doing the Anthony Joshua fights now. He should be doing the Alexander Usyk fights now, but instead he was fighting former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou. So I thought the fight was a bit stupid. But in the build up now, seeing how big the men are, seeing the just looking at them and being like, I want to see them fight. I'm excited for it now. You've got the big fat man Tyson Fury, you've got the big muscly man Francis Ngannou. I want it to go all the rounds, and I just want to see a big heavyweight clash. Both men getting dropped, both men throwing hands. Proper classic heavyweight bout. Like Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3 was one of my favourite fights. Because I remember when it happened, you don't expect it, but Tyson knocks down Deontay Wilder gets up, knocks down Tyson, and it's just back and forth knockdowns, and it ended in knockout. So I'm hoping it goes all the rounds, all later rounds, with a big, give it an even fight, Francis's swings, Tyson's technical boxing. I'm hoping to see that. So that's my prediction for tomorrow. Tyson Fury wins either by outboxing him or knocking him out. But I do want to see a good heavyweight clash. I thought this video was going to be about 30 seconds, I can't be honest, but can't be honest? No, I can be honest. I'm going to be honest. I thought it was going to be 30 seconds, but you know me, I like to rant. I like to just go on tangents that have no relevance to any conversation. Because I start one conversation and I can link it to so many different conversations, and because I don't write down notes or plans, I then go off into 6 different conversations at once, and it all doesn't work out too well. So there we go. Fabio Wardley's fighting tomorrow. He's probably going to win. Joseph Parker's fighting tomorrow. I hope he wins. But when Fabio Wardley wins, just call out Joe Frazier, please. Just call out Joe Frazier, please. I want the Joe Frazier-Fabio Wardley fight. I want it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.
Can I roll, so I just say less. Yeah, non-stop, on job, say less. Just tweeting and talking, better mind that you're walking.